Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums. School is rough, school is tough, but I'm still making album reviews. I don't know why. And today I'm gonna do an album review on the latest Lana Del Rey album, Norman fucking Rockwell. Yay. So, yeah. One of my subs actually requested me to do an album review on this album, so here you go. It's finally here. But yeah, anyway, Lana Del Rey, aka Elizabeth Grant, is a singer-songwriter in the United States. She had dropped a few albums before this one already, including Lust for Life, which is not bad, but also albums like Born to Die and Ultraviolence, which I'm not really crazy about, especially for Ultraviolence, even though I kind of like the title track, because it has this pretty cheesy, corny, hardly digestible vibe that's just too overly sentimental and kind of corny. And the overly nostalgic, old school soul art pop, sort of 50s, 60s Americana styled pop, isn't really that great when it's written with such shallow lyrics and song topics. However, we have this album, Norman fucking Rockwell, and I can safely tell you that this album is an improvement on all fronts, from the old sort of bad girl kind of Lana Del Rey, because on this album, Lana is more emotionally mature than ever. And also the choruses and the verses on this album, they are way more memorable, way more sticky, and way more beautiful than all her past materials. This album has some of her best songs yet. Yes, I can say that. I know it's crazy, but it's kind of true actually. So we have the title track, Norman fucking Rockwell, and right off the bat, it's a really soft and stripped back ballad with some bare pianos and some elegant strings. But the choruses and the verses, they're actually really beautifully written and very melodic and very tuneful. And also, right off the bat, the first sentence is literally goddamn man-child. Basically, Lana describing a man, calling him a man-child, saying that he fucked her so well that she almost said, I love you. And this is clearly proving that she had emotionally matured and romantically matured as well, which is something to appreciate. The second track, Mariner's Apartment Complex, is even more beautiful and gorgeous of a song. It has these glistening, upright pianos that are really gorgeous. The first verse is actually really, really well written because Lana Del Rey is talking about love as in the caring and the emotionally connected kind of love and not just the playful kind of love. And again, that's something to admire. She had matured romantically and emotionally. And also, I just really love how colorful and dreamy and nostalgic the track is without it being too overly drawn out or sentimental. It still manages to be captivating and engaging, and it's just a really, really gorgeous track overall. Then we have the track Venice Bitch, which is almost 10 minutes long. It could have been shorter. The first leg of the song is really beautiful. Again, I like the washed out instrumentals that are not too drawn out but are still very engaging and beautiful, and the vocal layers are actually really nice. However, after the first leg, we get this really lengthy instrumental passage that sort of leads to nowhere and builds to nowhere, and the whoa 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 whatever and the clucky guitars aren't really all that great, but still not a bad track, not at all. Then we have the next track, Fuck It, I Love You. The chorus is actually really good. Lana really sings with her heart, sings with passion. Just fuck it, I love you. it's actually really beautiful. And also, again, the verses are very emotionally potent, and it's a really fantastic song overall as well. The next track, Doin' Time, is actually a cover of the song by Sublime, and it is a pretty faithful cover. It's not that different than the original. It's not like it's night and day or something. But I still kind of like the song, and that the instrumentals are kind of jazzy and lighthearted at the same time. I like the crispy drums and the very smooth, sort of sensual vocals on top. The whole thing just comes together really, really well, and it's another really pretty track on the album. We have the track Love Song, which is, I think, the slowest and the quietest song on the entire album. And even though it is a very bare bones ballad and the instrumentals aren't really that eventful or anything, the lyrics are actually really beautiful. It talks about neediness and how it's bad, but in a very mature way, and again, it's something to appreciate. The next track, Cinnamon Girl, while lyrically and conceptually it isn't a great song, but I still like its instrumentals a lot because this track is essentially this dreamy, sunny, end of the world ballad that's just extremely beautiful. Then we have the track How to Disappear, which is one of the most depressing tracks on the album, and it's absolutely beautiful actually. On this track, Lana sort of remembers a person from her life from a long time ago, and how this person was struggling emotionally, and how this person sort of disappeared from her life, and how Lana had disappeared from his life, and how the connection just disappeared. The simplistic drums and the very nostalgic descending guitar chords really make this track sad, but also in a very beautiful way. And the last verse is actually exceptionally depressing, where Lana basically talks about how maybe in the future she's gonna end up lonely with 2 cats in her house, and that's how she's gonna spend the rest of her days. And damn, I don't want that. You know, loneliness is one of my biggest fears. I really like people, but I also find it hard to reach out to people. So it's a verse like this really kind of scares me. Gosh darn. The next track, California, is another really gorgeous track with these incredibly tasteful and smoky pianos and strings. They are absolutely beautiful. The vocal harmonies, they're amazing as well. I forgot to mention. And this song is essentially an incredibly sad and dejected ballad about how Lana really loves this person, but at the same time, she kind of has this sense of regret, guilt that she has. Maybe it's because, Lana had high demands for that person, and she didn't really understand how to love that person. And now on this track, Lana says that, this person can be, as broken or as ugly, and it wouldn't even matter because Lana is gonna love him anyways. And it's a pretty beautiful message that I think so many girls out there right now, especially when they're in their teens age, should learn. And we also have the track The Next Best American Record, which has been a demo track for a very, very long time, and now it's a complete track, and it sounds kind of weak actually. It sort of lacks a climax or a compelling or engaging instrumentals. The next track, however, is the complete opposite because it has a pretty triumphant and larger than life climax. The track is called The Greatest, and it has these very beautiful harmonious vocals and these grand strings. The verses are really nice and warm and cuddly, and it's another really beautiful and gorgeous song. The next track, Bartender, instrumentally it's okay. It's pleasant to the ears. Lyrically, it's another one of the weaker moments on the album, especially with the line, "The poetry inside me is warm like a gun." I guess Lana Del Rey still has room for improvement in terms of lyrics, But still, instrumentally, I really like the upright, watery pianos. They're really beautiful. The next track, Happiness is a Gun. Okay. Happiness is a Butterfly. Yeah, not to be confused with the Beatles song. I'm talking about Happiness is a Butterfly. And it's a ballad about feeling hurt, feeling unhappy, feeling sad, and again, it's very emotionally potent. Lana really sings her heart out, especially at the chorus where she basically says, I just want to dance with you. And the album ending is pretty low-key, but also pretty powerful and beautiful. It's called Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a Woman Like Me. But I have it. And yeah, again, instrumentally, it's not that grand of an ending, but still, lyrically, it's very potent, and it really concludes the album at a very beautiful note. And I think overall, while there isn't much in terms of diversity or versatility on the album, but I think overall this album is a collection of really beautiful, kinda sad, but also really emotionally and romantically mature ballads that I think are fantastic in comparison to some of the older stuffs that Lana had put out in the past. And my favorite track here is a tough pick. I guess my favorite is Mariner's Apartment Complex, and my least favorite might be the next best the next best American record, and I'm giving Lana Del Rey's Norman fucking Rockwell a light 8 out of 10. So, have you listened to this album? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like if you like it, hate if you hate it, and subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching. And also, to that one subscriber that I had, there you go. This is the album review. I like this album, and I actually legitimately like it. And also, do not worry, because I will be reviewing Drake, Post Malone, Swain, Weatherday, Miss Thurming, Big Thief, Tropical Fuckstorm very soon, and also a ton of other great albums from the 2010s like Everything Everything, Sun Kill Moon, Fleet Foxes, MGMT, all coming right up.